Alright, so recently they've changed the Knighthood bosses, and a lot of people have been asking me to do a little bit of an updated guide, which obviously we are doing now. But the reason why it took me so long is because I wanted to do an updated guide on the Crimson Raven as well, because she also got changed, and she's not summoned in just yet, but hopefully by the time we do our full rotation, we should get a summon in, because she is about to come, as you can see by the the massive aura of this dimensional rift. So let's run through a few things that have changed since I guess I've done my last video, and that is one, a little bit of a quality of life that do show the suggested characters you want to bring to proc the actual weakness effect, which obviously goes towards every character, which can be helpful in case you don't want to watch a guide, but also, you know, when you're trying to scroll through, oh, I remember this character had it, and you have to scroll through it gets a bit tedious, where now they're just at the top, so you can easily put them in towards your team. Just a little bit of a quality of life there. And I guess the big change they done a few weeks ago now, but wasn't in when I made my first actual Demonist Beast, Knighthood boss battle guide, was the type advantage. I always assumed that characters had type advantage anyway, but I don't think he did, because he didn't have that little aura effect, right? The massive red aura that wasn't there the first time the Knighthood bosses came out. But yeah, they've now added it, so you have 20% extra damage dealt when you have type advantage. But also the big thing, and it's going to be helpful towards some other characters, is they now get more accuracy, which is actually a lot better, because if you don't know how the raid boss actually works, is the more damage you deal towards the raid boss, the more their stats are going to increase. So you will get to a point would have so much evasion, so much stats that your character will start to do almost no damage, or will just start to miss. So again, that 5% extra accuracy means you're more likely to do more damage. But also some characters like Ren, for example, that want to apply the debuffs, if she misses and I don't get to proc that weakness like 2 times in a row, then I'm going to lose out a lot of points. But now she gets a big buff. So for Belgius, you want to bring characters that can apply infection. I believe this is the exact same as it was before. It's just now you have to change your positional strategy by characters in the second row are going to get 30% more crit damage, which means you want to bring Merlin, because you're going to get more crit chance. Yeah. So yeah, the 3 characters that can apply infection: Ren, Draw, and also Hendrickson. So make sure to put them into your team. You want to bring those 3. And then for your 3 DPSs, when it comes to those best DPSs, it's obviously Escanor, Barn, Derriere if you have a dupe towel. If you don't, then you want to go towards Meliodas. Medi, also Derriere. If you don't have Derriere, what I'd probably do is put Merlin here, because she might be a more reliable DPS if you have a dupe towel, and then put in King, so you can get more crit damage and more buffs towards your actual, sync characters. If not, once again, maybe even put King in. Just whoever your third best DPS is, whether that be King, Derriere, Meliodas, even Merlin, for example. And I think that's it. You could possibly get away with bringing Kane. He might be okay for the raid boss. If we do a quick little run with Kane, we currently got a high score of 34 million. And bear in mind, my highest score is with Derriere, who's at 36 million. So there isn't really much difference between Derriere and also Kane. So if anything, yeah, you might want to bring Kane instead. So yeah, your ultimate order may look something like this, for example, where you just bring, your 3 infectors early on, just to get that break really, really quick. Mon speed, obviously a must here, because he's going to lower the crit resistance, means you're more likely to do some crits. You're also more likely to do more crit damage as well. But also the biggest thing is that just passively through the match, he's going to give you more energy whenever the character does crit. So that's going to be very helpful when it comes towards actually, rushing through ultimates very, very fast, especially when you proc the weakness, especially when you want to quickly rush through your ultimate rotation. As you can see right now, like, we break on Hendrickson, and we want to quickly ult rush as much as possible to get all the way towards, obviously, Barn, right, to get that, extra damage. I will take Kane out right now, because obviously we don't really want to use him. Like I said, if you haven't got Derry or obviously Meliodas, then do use, obviously, Kane instead. But yeah, this is my ultimate order. And if we just start a game right now, you'll see. Actually, we'll just do a full game here, because it should be fine. They also do a new thing now where it zooms in out of like the little crystal. I don't know why they've done that, but that's a new thing they added in. But you'll see right now, we break. Oh, we didn't. Oh, Hendrickson missed. Wow, very unfortunate. So, what I will say is maybe put accuracy rolls on towards Hendrickson, because you never use Hendrickson outside of this raid boss here. So you might as well just put accuracy onto him. You don't use him in PvP. You don't use him anywhere else. Where, like Ren, for example, is actually like, dealing quite a lot of damage, as you can see. So you don't want to put accuracy rolls on her. I can't believe we didn't get any single breaks there. That's actually unreal. Especially when he's 3-star. That's, very, very rare to miss there. But we start again now. We should get the guarantee breaks here. Draw applied it, then Ren applies it. And then, boom, Hendrickson does apply it. And then we just pop up straight away, doing so much damage. We didn't get to use the Merlin ultimate, but Merlin will not use it as a DPS anyway. And we look at the damage numbers. Obviously, Derry being the most here. Escanor being type disadvantage, right? No. I don't know. Escanor is not at disadvantage, but he still does a lot of damage, though. Ren does a lot, though, which is surprising as well. So, yeah, we got 34 million. Not the best run, but yeah, when it comes towards Knighthood bosses right now, it really does come down to if you can get a massive, massive crit, or if you can actually proc the break twice in a row. So, yeah, that's Belgius. Okay, so next is Kelak, and he's now changed to where you want to bring characters that can apply break, and also as well, time advantage on int characters, and in people in the third row are going to get their crit chance increased by 20%. A little tip as well is that even if you get the crit chance severe buff, basically, it still stacks with the Merlin buff. So if you bring Merlin and place the characters in the third position, you will get 40% increased crit chance. They do actually stack here. Alright, so when it comes towards break, it's a bit different. So normally before, you want to bring 3 characters that can apply the weakness effect. And to be fair, you can do that as well in this raid boss. It's just, you don't need to. The reason why is because thankfully Gluxinia does do break on a skill 2 every 5 seconds, which means you don't have to rely on ultimate. So what you can do is just bring one character like Greenmo, which people do bring, perm early on, leave, you know, Gluxion towards the end half, and you'll proc that break almost instantly and get it to work. And then what you can do is focus more on your Sin characters and, you know, bring Merlin, bring Monospeed, bring King to buff up your actual, you know, Barn and also Escanor. Once again, Derriere, I'm bringing her just because she's my best DPS. If I wasn't bringing Derriere, I probably would bring Gopher instead. Especially if you got a high deep Gopher, you can probably put them in instead of Derriere. That'd be good too. And then other than that, there's no real like good like light type DPS that you really want to bring. If anything, I'll probably lean more towards someone else that can apply breaks. So what I would probably do is bring Guilt Thunder instead. But yeah, this is the ultimate order. You can see right now if we start a game here, do a little practice battle, you will see straight away. Because Gluxinia does it every 5 seconds, he starts off with it. So Boom does it right there. And we break straight away. Super, super quick. I don't even know how we got a triple break there. But it works. And then double break again. Nice. Might be one of my highest scores here, boys. Oh, unfortunately, Esca's ultimate didn't go off during the break. Or the weakness. Or we could... It's so possible to get 3 in a row there. Okay, so we got 45 million, which to be fair is my highest score. It's just I didn't do an actual run there. So we do an actual run now, hopefully we get a higher score. But yeah, that's why Gluxinia works so well. It's because he does it passively. I still don't understand how we get a double break though. It must be like a bug or something. Honestly, I generally do not know how. Okay, so we get a double break again or double weakness. So yeah, it looks like maybe I think he hits twice. Greenmo does like procs twice. Oh, he just did the animation, but it failed. That's so unfortunate. Let me see if Greenmo's bugged. He procced that straight away. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. That can't be right. Oh, well, if it works, boys, abuse it. So, yeah, Greenmo does the break straight away. That seems so weird. But yeah, that is Kelak. Now moving in towards Einek. Alright, so for Einek, it's very similar towards the last one because what you want to do is apply bind. And once again, if we go towards the team setup, Gluxinia does both. He applies both bind and also break. So we can use both of those basically. And then do the exact same strategy where we bring, because Gluxinia is applying it more frequently, we can bring 2 people that can apply bind rather than bringing 3. And yeah, because we're bringing 2 characters that can apply bind rather than 3, we can fit in a Merlin or a King. And of course, just bring off normal characters like obviously Monspeed, the full Sin team with Derriere. Once again, you could bring Mediolus. All you want to do is focus on doing some big damage, some big crits, so the full Sin team is going to work better. This is the ultimate order. We're going to start with Vivian, buff up with King, followed by Escanor, since he is obviously the main character for this raid boss, since he is type advantage, and then Escanor. And then Barn, I think we'll put Barn, I think 6, because he's type disadvantage. Still going to do alright though. And then, yeah, I don't really care about Merlin's ultimate too much. And if we start again right now, you'll see. Do we break him straight away? We don't. Basically, we do, basically. And then, yeah, we pop off a lot of damage, actually, from Escanor. Are we going to get it again? One more time, Vivian ults. Did she miss? It's possible they get 2 breaks, 2 weakness procs there. Yeah, we actually got to go a really high score if that actually worked. Alright, we'll just jump in again. This time it's a real match, though. It's not the practice range. So, boom. Didn't get any good energy rotations. Yeah, we missed out on the Barn ultimate during the weakness there, so it's not the greatest, but... Vivian applied it once. Feel like the Gloxian might miss. There's another one coming in. Yeah, we've got a few misses there, I think, unfortunate. Alright, and if we go again, final attempt here. Let's see if we can get the breaks. We do. Do we get enough energy? Barn, I think, did use it in time there. We're on 40 million. So we can do it again. I don't think we can. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can get the proc twice in a row, but it's very, very hard. And then for the final boss of the original 4, we have Akumu. And for this one, you want to bring characters that can apply affection. So going back towards what we were using before, Draw and also Hendrickson. This time though, people in the front line are going to get evasion. So to make them survive more and make it so they can actually, you know, proc more of the weaknesses so we can get the actual, you know, break basically. That is why we're bringing them in the front line. And then of course, our standard characters. Once again, Derriere, people are using Galland, and I think on some runs, I do alright with Galland. It's just, my Galland's not 5-star. If my Galland was 5-star, I would use him over Derriere, but I do think right now my Derriere does out DPS, despite her being type disadvantage. It's just because she's a higher dupe level, right? But Galland is the one people are using for this one. I doubt you would use Hendrickson. You could possibly use him, but I don't know if you want to, though. But for the sake of the video, we'll bring Galland, though. And in your ultimate rotation will look something like this, where you bring your 3 infectors, your big buffers, so you do more damage, and we do a little practice battle right now. I will do 2 right now with Devaria and also Galland. I think it's very similar, but I think Galland doesn't do enough. So you broke. Galland, he's doing a lot, to be fair. We'll see actually. I'll test afterwards. Okay, I mean, the tank did though. Look at the evasion. Well, the AoE does a lot. Unfortunately, we're barely getting the actual weaknesses. Ren did apply it. I think Hendrickson did apply. Oh, we got 2. Nice. This might be a really good run. This boss doesn't do too much damage, though. Okay, we'll skip now. So we've got around 36 million. Not as actually good. So, yeah, I think I've gone 38 with Derriere. So, yeah, we skip with Derriere. We got, yeah, a little bit more, I think. Is that a little bit more? It might be a little bit less. But you have more potential to get a lot higher. Once again, it just comes down towards critting, basically, right? With your sync characters. So we do an actual run right now. Let's see if we get a higher score than usual. Oh, we're close to breaking our record. I think instead of Galland, you could probably bring Atra. Really bad run there, 33 million. Alright, so for the final Knighthood boss, we have the Crimson Raven. And she has also changed to where she is now a light type. Also, before it was to apply 4 binds, where now is to apply 4 infection. And also the characters in the front row are going to get more evasion. And of course, characters that are blue are going to get 20% more damage and 5% more accuracy. However, you don't really want to bring blue characters, other than, of course, the characters you have to bring. So, quickly, we just move these away. You can see we want to apply our infectors. So, of course, we're bringing Droll, Hendrickson, and also Ren. However, this time, we are now bringing this little minion who can also apply the effects, because you have to apply infection 4 times. You can try and do it with 3 infectioners and bring, you know, another DPS. And I was doing that, and I was getting like 35, 34 million, 36 million on a good run. It's just we weren't getting a high score as I was now consistently with this other team here. And then, of course, we're going to bring Eskin on front, because if he evades, he's more likely to survive. And then he does the more damage, of course. But yeah, considering that you're bringing 4 characters to imply infection, getting towards the end half of your ultimate rotation is very, very important. So bring characters that can actually, you know, restore energy like Monspeed and also Barn is super important. And I was using this team, maybe like putting King in the front. And if you see our actual little run here, we'll skip it, of course. It gets like 35, 34 million, maybe 36 if on a good run. But it's never like 38, 37 consistently. It's really like a lot of RNG. So it's around like 34 mil with the bonus points. 37 to be fair. That is a higher score. So that was a good run. I would say you can get a lot more, but I've never gotten 38 million with this team. But as soon as I substitute Gopher in, we just get a much higher score. Mainly because, one, Gopher is restoring energy, so that's obviously very, very good. But also as well, he's decreasing our cooldowns and giving us that little accuracy buff, which does make a difference on whether we actually, you know, apply the break or the weakness effect. And you'll see now we actually let the run go out here. We do a lot more. Like, no matter what, like, people are using Galland, and if I had Galland more deep out on me, I might use him more, but I just haven't needed to use him, because, like, it's just, you need that energy restore, right? So we're already on 30 million. I doubt we can get the breaks again, because we're missing a lot here. But 32 mil, Can we get 33? Escanons unfortunately died. Almost 33 million. We can maybe get over. Oh, we got the 33 mil. Nice. So I think once we add up, it does go over 38 mil. 39 million. That's the best one I've done so far. So yeah, like I just say, that like no other team that I've been using has gotten that far. Like I think with this team, you can squeeze out an extra like, what is it, like an extra like 2 to 3 million, which does make a massive difference. So yeah, this, guys, is, I think, the go-to team for the Crimson Raven, at least for most people. Unless you're mega well and you have, like, a crazy dupe that Gallant. Or you just bring your best heroes and just get high score natural. And, yeah, stay tuned later today where we probably do a massive summer video spending 40,000 tickets trying to get Merlins, and the summer's working it crazy. So, yeah, peace.